Good morning. It is my pre-gym check-in for the day. 6:30 or quarter after 6. My clock in my Jeep is wrong, so I don't trust it. Yeah, it's early, man. I finally made it to the gym at a reasonable time. I'd like to get here at about 6 in the morning, but I'm, 15-20 minutes off. It's not terrible. It's not the end of the world. It's a lot better than getting here at 9 a.m. Because by then half my morning is gone. So the goal with getting up early is one part discipline, and it puts me in bed earlier at night. At about 5 or 6 p.m. is when my mind starts to wander anyway, right? So part of my objective is get to bed an hour or two after my mind starts to wander, like 8 p.m., 8:30, 9 at tops, and sleep on it, man, because the next day is always a new day, and I always feel better in the morning than I do at night. So that's the blessing of getting to the gym early. And in addition to that, of course, I have if I'm home by, let's say, 7:45, I can start working, man. And then I got from 8 in the morning until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon of just, focused, concentrated efforts on my side business and this channel, and, reading and learning and developing self, and one of my objectives moving forward is I want to dedicate an hour a day to self-improvement. I want to do 15 to 20 minutes of Duolingo every day. I want to do 15 to 20 minutes of this vocal coach, teaches you how to speak confidently and, remove annotations or hesitations or whatever it's called in your voice. I'm well aware that I have some slang when I speak, erratic movements, etc. I want to get those under control. I want to speak more confidently and clearly. If I ever get to the point where I'm doing public speaking or conferences for software engineering, I have a couple product ideas where if I ever got them to launch, someone would have to stand up and advertise them and talk about them and sell them to groups of people, and no one better to do that than me, because I'd be the one to build it. So I really need to get over that fear. And anyway, that's why I'm really zeroing in on this self-development stuff, So like I said, 15-20 minutes of Duolingo. I want to brush up on Spanish. 15-20 minutes of this vocal coach. And I want to do like 15-20 minutes of just something creative and that I find therapeutic, learning how to play guitar, for instance. I have a subscription to Musician, and I did that for a while, and it was kind of neat. I mean, I suck at it, but just being able to pluck at the guitar for 20 minutes a day is enough that, over time I would get good at it. And I have other time slots that I dedicate to things like I want to read 2 or 3 chapters a day of any book, just a book that's captured my attention. I've been trying to read those Carl Jung books, man, and both of them are, holy moly. You've got to be really into psychology and his mindset to get into those, because those are hard reads, man. Anyway, I can't read the clock. I can't tell if that's 8 minutes or 3. Oh my God, I need glasses. I gotta go see an optometrist, I think, soon. Yeah, I'm scared. I don't want to put glasses on and look at myself in the mirror and be like, holy moly, I'm uglier than I thought I was. Just kidding. I'm working on self-love and worth and stuff like that, and I love myself. It sounds so weird saying that, but anyway, they all tie into each other, man, and I'm gonna be working on that for months, if not years, if not the rest of my life, and I accept that. But one more thing I just wanted to kind of mention. This morning I was listening to an audiobook. I'm reading the book Models by Mark Manson, and it's all about developing confidence, I guess, and in dealing with women and just accepting rejection for what it is and moving forward. And man, I should have read this book 20 fucking years ago, because it would have saved me a lot of grief. But the chapter I'm on now, I think it's chapter 2, and it's the section called vulnerability. But it's not just vulnerability with women. I think I've been vulnerable with most women. I mean, some women, the vibe is just off, and I've wanted to put on a front of like, fuck, I'm tougher than I act, or tougher than I'm actually emotionally and physically. And man, it's such a stupid thing, and I swear to myself I'm never doing that again. Like, I'm bringing my authentic self, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna just learn to let you go and walk away, and there's no facade, man, and being genuine and authentic is so imperative. But anyway, the chapter is on vulnerability, and it's more than just being vulnerable with women. It's being vulnerable in life, and that it hit home, man, because I'm like, vulnerability is what it either opens doors for you or gets them slammed in your face, but at least you fucking tried, you know. And I've done it, but I've struggled doing it, and I'm tired of that. Like, you know, I've talked about this a couple times, but there's a creative project I'm working on. It was a children's book, but I need permission from the representative of this foundation to, I don't know if I need permission, but I want his permission. I want his blessing, and maybe even his emotional support. It would really help me raise my self-worth and my inner confidence. And I don't want money from it. I'm willing to put the time and money into it and effort, and it would just make me feel better, and it would open doors for me maybe. And there's some things more important than money, and this is one of them, you know. So, but I've reached out to him a couple times in email, and he hasn't got back to me. I called him last week or the week before, left a message on his machine, all nervous and stuttering, and hasn't got back to me again. But I want to persist on this, and I'm scared. And that's the vulnerability, right? Like, get over it, Alex, man. This guy's either going to answer the phone, tell you to fuck off, or he's going to answer the phone and say, I love the idea, let's move forward. And then I can. And, you know, like I said, I can't put everything into it because it's not a commercially invested return on investment or whatever, but it would make me feel better. And again, it would strengthen my vibe, my signal, and it wouldn't do me any harm. Yeah, so anyway, the chapter on vulnerability kind of hit home that way, you know. It made me realize, like, man, I gotta start putting myself out there and being willing to accept failure. And I'm okay with failure. I just don't like rejection. You know, it's failure I can learn from and pivot and try again, and sometimes it works and sometimes I just give up. Whereas rejection is sort of like, it's a one-way street, man. If a woman says no, she means no, and then it's over. You know, and business people say no, and it usually means no. But I mean, I've pursued things and persisted in the past and made things work. And as well with women, like, that's the thing with rejection, is timing is imperative, and sometimes no doesn't mean no forever. It just means no right now. And I don't know, maybe that's what I have to try and tell myself, is like, you know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. The little choo-choo train that could boop boop. Anyway, this is 7 minutes 15 seconds, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna cut this long. And again, if you're watching, I see you, I love you, man, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I truly do, and I hope I have a good day too. Anyway, we'll chat soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.